The last YouTube lessons that I put up on finger tapping were rather popular, and I did say that if enough people requested a bit more, that I'd show you some more. So that's what today's lesson is going to be. Now, we're going to be basing all of this around a G major scale using the 3-note per string pattern, which is the same scale that I used for the speed development series. So you might want to go and check out the very first lesson of that if you're not familiar with your G major scale, 3 notes per string, first position. I'll play it for you now regularly without any tapping so you can see what it's going to be. The numbers that I call out will be the fret, not the finger. Yeah? So, unless some of you got 7 fingers or something, which you never know. This is YouTube. So, we're starting here, first finger on the 3rd fret, and we're going 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret. Again on the same on the A string, 3rd, 5th, 7th. Then 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. Then we're moving up and we're going 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8. So it should sound like this. Okay, in case you're wondering it's so dark, it's because if I stick my main lights on, the amp buzzes like a bitch and it's just not cool. So I hope it's okay and not too dark for you all to see. So, of course, when we're finger tapping, we only need 3 notes. So if we've got all of those 3 note per string scales, there's no reason we couldn't tap the 3rd one. Yeah, make sense? So, the idea here is we're going to start with the tap note each time. We're going to tap 1 note, flick it off to the first note on that string, and then hammer on with the middle note. If we think of it like top, bottom and middle, we tap the top note, flick it off, and then hammer on. Now, before we go to a close-up of this, and I'll show you how to do it nice and close in, I just want to explain, first of all, I'm not a finger tapper. I'm not a heavy metal guitar maestro at all. There are loads of guys that can finger tap loads better than me and loads faster than me. This is just a way of getting you into it. Like 10 years ago, when I was a teenager, or a bit more than 10 years ago, but I was really into finger tapping and heavy metal, and I could play really fast and do all of that, but I don't practice it anymore. So I can show you what to do, but probably if you practice this enough, you should be able to finger tap a lot faster than me with a little bit of effort on your part. So, with enough apologies going on, Jedi, left hand close up please, sir. So here we are nice and close. I'll just run you by that scale again now while it's in close up so you can check you've got it right. We've got here the notes G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E. So that's the scale we're using. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to leave it on a kind of fairly cleanish sound now, just so you can see what's going on. So I tap with my birdie finger, just so as I can use my thumb here nice and comfortably to rest on the guitar neck, and this finger is now going to tap. We're going to start each string with the tap. So I'm going to just do each one 4 times just for now so you can get the idea. So we tap with that second finger, flick it off to the first finger, and hammer on with the third finger. So we do that 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we tap on the next string. Tap on the next string. Now we're just using first and second fingers. Now shift up. Tap. Okay, I'll turn the gain up just a little bit, and we'll do it again a little bit faster. So here we go. Tap. little bit faster. So, yeah, now once you got used to that, you can start to try and change positions a little bit. So, Jed, can we get it expanded out the view so you can see where my first finger is there now, as well as my two first fingers? We in for that?
We're good there, mate.
We're good there, mate? Okay, so if we started off here, just moving it up to the next set. Now here, when we did the old 3 note per string in speed development, we went from here and now our little finger would be where we tap. So we could tap here. So as long as we stick on the scale, we can start to get a little bit fun with this scale. Okay, so just to start to have a little bit of experiment with that. Anything that you can play, any scales where you could join them up, particularly if you're a rock guitar player, you should be able to muck around within the scale. So there's first position of the scale. There's a 3 note string. So you could, in theory, kind of fun. Once you've mastered the first part of that, playing at that G major scale in position 1 of the 3 note per string scale, the crossing strings is normally the hardest, so that's a good thing to practice. Another good trick can be to practice playing up a particular scale on one string. If I just show you that quickly, for the G major scale, we'd start here, that's our G note. The first 3 notes would be this, up, and up again. So that can actually work into being a pretty cool. Like I said, not a brilliant tapper, but that's a reasonable example. You can also use this, the scale thing I mentioned to you, the changing position. So it's quite easy to get from down here all of the way up here by joining together those different positions. So having this one, etc. It's not too bad. Like I said, I'm not a great tapper, but you can be a great tapper if you follow those instructions. Take it through, make sure that you practice nice and slow. I know I'm about to run out of time, but the last thing I need to mention is the keeping things tidy. Make sure whenever you're playing a note, I talk about this in the first tapping video, make sure that the underneath of your first finger is muting all of the strings underneath the string that you're playing, and that this part of the palm of your hand is sitting on all of the strings that are above the note that you're playing on. So that can be quite important to make sure that you get a really, really nice clean sound. Okay, hope that satisfies your thirst for tapping. I'll try and get another one in. I'm really keen to do Eruption and Hot for Teacher and a few cool tunes like that, but I'll save that for another time. Take care of yourself, rock on.